Hey everyone, this is Ganon23000, and I'd like to talk about Egoraptor's new Sequelitis. Now before I get started, let me say this. I friggin' loved this video. It was very well put together, and I totally agree with everything that Egoraptor said about how the mechanics of the Zelda series have changed. However, I'd like to take a look at some of the points he made and justify some of the problems that he found in these games. He pointed out that there was a lot of waiting time in Ocarina of Time. Yes, the combat system did involve some waiting, but in terms of cutscenes and storytelling, I feel like the Ocarina of Time made a serious impact on its audience. Ocarina was the first Zelda game to be featured in a pure three-dimensional environment, and because of this, Nintendo wanted to show it off. They did this a lot, and hell, they're still doing it. Just look at all the motion control and social media they're implementing in today's games. They show off what their technology will allow. But yes, 3D. Because of the N64's advancement in technology, Ocarina of Time had the opportunity to become a more cinematic experience, and that opportunity became a reality. One could look at this as waiting time, but I'd like to look at these cutscenes as a clever way to draw the player into the world of the game. Right at the beginning of Ocarina, Flash, drawbridge, horses, who's that? Shit's going down, and I'm ready to find out why. And look here, Link is standing in the boss room, and we get to see through the eyes of Morpha. What could this creature possibly be that we have to fight? Not being able to see it right off the bat creates anticipation and suspense. The point is that these cutscenes can help to create a certain mood for the player, and the Ocarina of Time was just the beginning of it. Later Zelda games had access to improved technology, and their artistic quality was also allowed to improve. All of a sudden, graphics could have art styles, and soundtracks could be inspired by certain genres of music. Games were becoming more complicated than just dots and bleeps. And don't get me wrong, I adore the dots and the bleeps. But you get the picture. Video games are now being seen as an art form, and what some might think of as waiting time, I'd like to think of as, well, art. Egoraptor clearly stated his opinion on Skyward Sword, and that's a respectable opinion. But are you telling me he never stopped to say wow at some of the moments that this game had to offer? I remember I almost shit my pants when I got to see Skyloft for the first time. All those colors, that beautiful music, how can you help but nerdgasm? Wind Waker also brought a unique art style to the table. Heck, there was a good amount of praise for the cel-shaded graphics in the Game Grumps Let's Play of Wind Waker HD. You like the graphical style of Wind Waker, don't you, Egoraptor? See? Video games can offer aesthetic appeal as well as entertainment. Sometimes you just have to stop and smell the flowers. Now, to paraphrase what Egoraptor said, emotions should be felt rather than given to you in a video game. And that happened in both of the instances I just explained. But why? What makes a good cutscene? Well, a good cutscene, like good theater, should be able to visually describe a scenario. Dialogue isn't ever necessary to convey a specific feeling. Dialogue actually limits the array of emotion. And now that I think about it, some of my favorite cutscenes in the whole series have either little or no dialogue at all. But you tell me, what gets the point across in a more powerful way? I'm happy. Or, we don't need to hear a character say that they're happy. We can just tell. The same goes for video games. For this reason, newer video games can deliver better storytelling. There's simply more focus on the emotional detail. Again, Wind Waker for example. Take a look at Link's character design. He was so vibrant and expressive, and it added so much more drama and comedy to the game. It blew the other games in the series out of the water in this case. In the same way, Ocarina of Time was superior to A Link to the Past. There were more interesting characters, there was a fleshed out story, and I believe it made the whole experience more meaningful. But hey, that's just my dumb opinion. Egoraptor also discussed the negative effects of Z-targeting, enemy design, and the discouragement of exploration in Zelda, just to name a few things. I'm just freaking out about one little thing he said. Thanks again, Egoraptor, for a great video. I really respect how you're able to move your audience in thought as well as entertain them. Anyways, I really hope you liked this video, and please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you next time, guys.